Okay, this is going to be a tutorial on how to edit members and events. That's how to change, add, and delete members and events. This is the new university that we had in the previous example, and it's just an example university. Now I'm going to add players and add events. So in order to do that, we're at the organization page now. We're going to need to select a department. We'll have to select a group. And then it's going to bring us to adding members. So I'm going to show you first how to add a member individually, and then I'm going to show you how to do it if you have a whole team, a file of people that you need to add. So this is how you add a member first. Basically, you put their first, last name. Use my name as an example. It's kind of the same with department organization and group settings. Disregard the page template and page CSS1, Google Analytics. But we are going to put our position in. Our position, let's say I'm a quarterback. I'm number 8. I'm 5'11", weigh 180 pounds. I graduated in 2007. Hometown, Alma, Arkansas. And this EXP stands for experience. Don't worry about that. It doesn't show up, so that's going to be an added feature later in Title 8 and 9. Disregard that as well. In this email, we're going to want to put the email that's most likely used for Facebook, or any email that any player or user may have will work as well. So I'm just going to put in DanielMorrell@hotmail.com. This can be some history about the player. I threw for 4,000 yards last season. Disregard all these empty description boxes. Then we'll put a player mugshot in. And the sizes are going to be underneath. And that's just going to be a documented picture that you have. The more info URL, this is going to be, you're going to want to direct it to the present group link and off of Skybox. So this will be done beforehand. And if it's not, just send it to the university's organization's Skybox until you make a channel for it. So for this example, it's football, so I'm going to use McMurray. And we'll try and find McMurray's football channel. And here's McMurray's football. So we'll go into that particular channel and just copy the URL. And we're going to post it or paste it on the post URL. More info URL. And you can disregard all of this as well. And we're going to save those changes. And now we have our first player. And we're going to preview what that player looks like. And there you have it. And this all of this information, this banner, is just from the previous group. It carries over. But here's all my information. Actually, we're in the group page right now, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and it's going to show an individualized page. And here's what that looks like. So now I'm going to show you how to incorporate a large number of players. And I'm also going to show you how to delete a player. You click on the individual player and you can disable them right here. And it deletes the whole player. Now in order to have a team, we're going to download members and it's going to pull up an Excel sheet. So just open the Excel sheet. And inside that Excel sheet, there's going to be different columns that we're going to need to fill out. The first one is a member's ID. We're not going to have to worry about that one. That's just once you have players, it's going to give them a certain ID for future reference. The jersey number, just going to go back through, put in the jersey number, 8. How you get an image is basically you can pull this off of a particular website. For example, McMurraySports.com. So now we have McMurraySports.com up, and we're just going to try and strip a picture from here. So we're going to go into the football team. We're going to go to roster, try and find some players' pictures. And I know this isn't me, but we're going to use this as an example. And this can be done off Google, if there's a picture on Google of athletes or something like that. Any sort of website. Basically, you pick a picture off of a website, and then on this particular Windows Vista, you have to go to properties and find that URL. So I'm going to copy this URL inside of properties. Once I right-clicked it, copy it. Oops. Where am I at? There we go. Excel sheet, there we go. And here's that image. So we're going to paste that image that we just stripped from that website. The URL is just wherever you want to push that player's information, which is going to be to their channel. So we're going to go McMurray. We're going to find our football channel, and here is McMurray's football channel. And we're just going to strip this URL. Go back to the Excel sheet, and we're going to paste it under the URL of the spreadsheet.
They play fake it, and back to pass goes Sosa. All kinds of sides.
And then we just carry on to the next column. And it's full name, Tanner Orell, position, QB, height, 5 foot, 11, 180 pounds, and class, I'm going to be a senior. Experience, I'm not going to put anything for that. And hometown is going to be Alma, Arkansas. Bio is just going to be history through 4,000 yards last season. An email, the most appropriate Facebook email or school email. Any email will work. And you need the email of these players and these athletes in order to invite them to join the application in itself. So once we have all that information, we're just going to save it. We'll save this as the new roster for our university. And this needs to be saved as a CSV file, so make sure you do that. And that may pop up and just hit yes. And there's another thing to keep in mind. When you're putting any information in, the hyphens cannot be curled. The hyphens need to be straight off the keyboard. Sometimes when you input data onto an Excel sheet, it'll automatically curve your hyphens. You know, what's a hyphen? It's that right there. Or this. Make sure they're straight, up and down. There's no curve to the hyphens. Otherwise, it'll bring up an error and it won't load anything up. So make sure you check your biography and your descriptions and your heights, and make sure that they're straight hyphens instead of the curved ones. So that now that this document's saved, I can cancel that. Now we're going to pull this up, and all you do here is you upload the members, and you're going to browse for that file that you just made, that CSV file. Go to Documents and New Roster for our university. And click Upload. Sorry about that, my computer.
Now Bullock will send his motion man and Trent Smith in motion.
What's going on with it? Okay. You didn't see it actually happen in progress, but when I uploaded it, browsed for the Excel file and uploaded, it uploaded my player. And in that case, it's the Excel sheet's going to be a whole list of players. And you know, once you have a player list, how you edit and change it, you just hit Download Members instead of making a new complete list. And your old Excel file will pop up, or a new Excel file. If you do players individual, there will be an Excel file pop up when you download it, and all this stuff will be filled out. And you can see that it's given a member's ID now. But here's all our information. And you'll just go through and you can edit that information, change it, and then save it. And then just, once you do that, you'll have to delete your old members. And you'll just hit this Delete All button. And it deletes all the members. And I'll ask you if you're sure to do it, because you can't undo it. But once you save that Excel file, you should be fine. And then you upload the members again, and then pick that same Excel file and upload it. And then there we are again. That's how you edit all of the members. And the events is done pretty similar. It's pretty much the same way. Oh, and don't forget, like if you are on the group page, don't hit this disable button because it's not going to disable the members because you're on the group page. If you hit this disable button, it's going to disable this whole group page. So you have to go in and redo the whole page. So don't hit this button. If you want to delete players, you got to delete this way, where you click into a player, and then you can disable this player once you're in the members page. And this title shows you what page you're in currently, and this is the group page. So let's try and put in some events. I'm just going to put in a single event, and I'm going to do the Excel sheet. And let's go ahead and put an event, let's say McMurray at, let's say, who does McMurray play? Let's just say Dallas Christian University. Oops. So we can take a URL, which this URL is going to be the channel that this particular event is going to be played on. So we'll need to have Skybox or McMurray's channel on Skybox, football channel, since we're watching football. Now we have that, just copy that URL, paste that URL on there. You don't have to worry about photos right now.
UTSA showing blitz, they back out.
You don't have to show a photo right now. You can have it. It's going to be eventually pulled up and shown to our system, but it doesn't do it right this current moment. So you can just go ahead and bypass that right now. The description, let's just put it's going to be at Dallas Christian, I don't know their stadium, but let's use that for an example. Enter location, Dallas Christian Stadium. You can ask for a date. Just put in selected date. You can go in several months out. Make this November 7th. And this is the end date. And it's obviously the same day, so we'll do November 7th again. It's going to ask you to select a time, 6 p.m. set. And 3 hours long, so 9:30. Well, 3 hours, 30 minutes. p.m. set, and then I'm going to hit Save Changes. And there's our first individually selected event. And once it's popped up, you can edit the event and go back into the edit page that we were just at by clicking this button. View URL, you can see where this game, if they click on this game, where it's going to be channeled at, and it's going to be the Skybox Live sports channel for that department. And you can disable this event by hitting this button. And we're just going to do that now. And it's going to go to unconfirmed events. And if you want it to pop back up, you just hit enable event. That's going to go back to confirmed events. But we're going to disable it for right now. Actually, we're going to enable it. I changed my mind. And then I'm going to show you an Excel sheet with this event already preloaded into it. And it's the same way with the members. There's just different titles. Okay. So you have your different columns here. And you just basically input your data, but make sure that it's the exact name under the organization and group columns, because they have to be the exact name in order for our system to know exactly where that it's going to be directed to. So it's always going to be under the organization name, so you either type that in or you can just scroll down depending on how many events you have, and you do the same way with here. But in this case, we're just going to make just one more event. So now we're going to do UT at McMurray. The URL is going to be where we're going to be pushing it to, and we know it's the same channel as what we had at McMurray Football. So I'm just going to drag that down, or you can type it in or copy and paste. And we want to make sure that all hyperlinks are taken care of. Make sure there's no hyperlink on the URL.
The sideline to the 20, a move inside to the 15, and a skip at 12.
Oh.
Dan Jones running a drag route. Sosa waiting for that play to develop.
I've been clicking on the URL. Anyway, we're going to go to description. Just on my computer say. We're going to go to description and put in whatever description that we want the event to be. We'll just put playing a tough.
They said they got good protection. The protection for him.
None, score, result. You don't have to put anything in these. But if it doesn't work for you, go back and try and put none in the empty slots and see if that helps. But if not, you don't have to worry about it. And we're not worrying about photos right now. Make sure you use down flashes on this. And I'm just going to do another game. We'll put it at 12, 2012. Make sure you write it exactly how they have it written for you in the slashes in the whole year and date. The times are going to be military time, so we're just going to make this, let's make this at 8:30 or 6:30. This will be the same date. And this will be 22. And this game is going to be in McMurray Stadium. And then you're just going to save it. The new events for our university. And again, you're going to save it as a CSV file. And once that's saved, we already have this event, so we're just going to disable it. We already have it in the Excel file. We're going to browse for that file. New events at our university. Upload it. Oops, I'm sorry. You leave that event as enabled. You don't disable it in the beginning. So now you have your two events already established. Now if we want to get rid of these events, we'll just disable it. If we want to edit them, we'll go in and edit each event. And once these events are completed in time, they'll show up down here in complete events. And that's when you can post the scores. So you'll click in there and edit, and it'll ask for the scores and all that, and you can input that data. And that is how you add members and events.